That all down, let's get into it here, and we're going to start off with this. By far, the biggest thing Netflix has ever done was Squid Game. I really like Squid Game. I'm still not quite sure why it's the biggest thing it's ever been on Netflix, but I liked it. You know what? I even liked the little American game show they did of it. I thought it was a, what was it called again?
The Challenge.
The Challenge. I thought it was a bad idea, but I got to admit, I got kind of hooked on it after the first episode or two, and I'm kind of looking forward to them doing a second season. Anyway, David Fincher is also pretty familiar with Netflix and its waters. He did one of the very first things Netflix ever did as an original with House of Cards. He did what was called Mank. I think it was called Mank that he did. He did that for them. He's done a few. And of course, he did Mindhunter, which isn't getting a third season. But you know what?
He's talked about some things.
I know, but I still don't think it's going to happen. But now, it sounded like David Fincher might be getting into the world of Squid Game, as according to reports coming out. This comes us from IndieWire, saying Squid Game could be getting an English language spin-off, not a remake, but an English language spin-off from David Fincher. They go on to write this. As we await the second season of Netflix's dystopian Korean smash hit Squid Game, a report suggests that the streamer may finally be looking at expanding the story's universe with a spin-off series from one of its biggest creators, David Fincher. Fincher is reportedly eyeing an English language Squid Game spin-off as his next project under his deal with the streamer, according to a report in Deadline. If something were to go into development, it would be the first scripted expansion of the show since it debuted in 2021. All right. So, you know, I remember I was on our little chat forum before the show started, and one of our viewers wrote in, and like somebody who clearly loves Mindhunter as much as we do says, wait a minute, we can't get a Mindhunter season 3, but they're going to have him do a Squid Game spinoff? Is Netflix stupid? To which I said, they were just being, you know, that was just their passion for Mindhunter, because we all love Mindhunter. But I did say to them, well, here's the reality though. Is it really that stupid? Because easily and by miles, again, Squid Game is the biggest thing they've ever put out. And I don't think it's unfair to say that a Squid Game spinoff would probably get triple or quadruple the viewership that a Mindhunter season 3 would get. I'm not saying it would be better than Mindhunter. I'm not saying that. I love Mindhunter, but let's be honest, it would probably get a hell of a lot more. So would it be all that dumb? Probably not. And also, let me ask you this. If I were to say to you, would you be interested in an English language spin-off, probably set somewhere in America, connected to the characters in the Korean one, Squid Game show? You might say yes, you might say no. But then if I say to you, a North American English language Squid Game spinoff done by David Fincher, tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Sure.
So, look, I still don't know why the original Squid Game is as popular as it is. Again, I enjoy it. I'm going to watch season 2. I just don't know why it was such a phenom. I don't think the second season will have as many viewers, but I could be wrong about that. We'll find out. But I have to admit, this idea does intrigue me. Expand this work. Because if an operation like this is happening in Korea, it stands to reason they would set up other operations like it around the world. And David Fincher doing it, I would be down. Chris, they're not saying this is an automatic thing.
No.
But it sounds like this is the direction they're going in. I'm kind of fascinated by this. What would you think of it?
Well, it's definitely interesting, but man, a little too close to home. Americans fighting each other to pay off their debt. Woo-wee! That feels too real. But when you have somebody like Fincher in there, I mean, Squid Games with a 7 mindset.
Oh,
These games are going to get even more twisted potentially, which is very, very intriguing. And the guy has such an eye for detail. He is able to create story in such a beautiful way. He's so good at showing, not telling, which I do think is the strength of Squid Game from the episodes that I have watched of it. Because you guys know that one, again, for me was a little, oh, this feels too real as I pay off medical debt. Oh, I got to take a break. But I think he would be able to create such tension and really make it his own, but still make it feel like Squid Games. Because that's the thing. We don't want a reboot, right? We don't want a complete remake, like all the Office spinoffs that are happening right now. As much as they feel like The Office, it still isn't the one. And why wouldn't you just go back and watch that show? This definitely needs to distinguish itself as a David Fincher or a English version of something that feels like its own entity and not some kind of ripoff that Netflix is doing to keep us keeping that subscription.
You know what is one thing I think, if this all happens and if David Fincher does this, here's one area that I think his spinoff would be better than the original.
Oh, okay.
Better characters. Like deeper characters, more interesting individual character storylines. Fincher does that so well. Sure. I mean, that's really his bread and butter, is he makes these incredibly rich characters. I'm not saying that the characters in the original Squid Game aren't good. I'm just saying the spectacle of they've got to fight to the death, that's kind of the star of the show. And I think if Fincher were to do his version, I think they would just start with probably stronger characters. I'm not saying, again, that it would be better than the original series. I just think that would be one element that he would probably do better than the original series. So there's a lot of interest in here. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. Look, you guys know I've been talking about The Perfect Jean for a while now. I absolutely love these. They fit like a dream, they look fantastic, and they are so comfortable, you forget you're even wearing pants. We all love jeans, but look, we all also know they can be a little bit uncomfortable for the boys, but not with The Perfect Jean. These jeans fit like they were custom made, stretch like you wouldn't believe, and they look absolutely fantastic. The Perfect Jean also has a seriously massive range of sizes, everything from 26 to 50 and lengths of 26 to 38. These have become my absolute go-to jeans whenever I'm hanging around the house or even going out for the day. And listen, the Perfect Jean isn't even just pants. They've revolutionized t-shirts as well. The Perfect Tee has just enough stretch to hide that beer belly while accentuating your arms and chest for that flawless look. My guys, it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with the promo code Campea. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the John Campea Show and tell them we sent you. F your khakis and get the perfect jean. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Would it be better for Fincher to say do a season 3 of Mindhunter? I mean, that's what I would vote for. But in the absence of that, I think this could be really interesting. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.